Hey guys, it's katiejuly. This is my week 21 post-op gastric bypass update. 5 months ago, I had gastric bypass, and let's just get the numbers out of the way. So, in the beginning, I was 290. Last week, I was 201. I was so excited to be so close to Wonderland, really pushing for it, I thought. And then I just had such a crappy week. And I actually gained. So this is my first week of gaining since I've had surgery. This morning I was 201.8, so less than a pound, not insane. It brings my total to 88.2 pounds lost, which is a little bit of a step back, obviously. It's a frustrating place to have gained because I feel really close to Wonderland. And the last month I've only lost 6.8 pounds. Which I know for people who are further out, that sounds awesome. But I'm still, in the first 6 months and needing to do everything I can to maximize my weight loss right now. The good news is that there's a pretty clear correlation in terms of why I gained and my eating. Sorry, my cat is making such a ruckus. I had the worst week of eating that I've had since I've had surgery too. So my average for the week was 1,200 calories. But not just that, I was eating tons and tons and tons and tons of carbs. I don't know what happened this week. I was at the meet and greet obviously for a few days and had nuts and potato chips. Do you know what I mean? This is sort of what I feel like I was almost living off of. And then kettle corn. I found popcorn in the last week. And it's just low enough in sugar that I can eat it without worrying about it. And it's big mouthfuls of food, but then, you chew it up really well and it's not that much food. So I, one day at work, went to the nearby grocery store near my job and got this huge bag of kettle corn and just ate it. Not the whole bag, but probably 2.5 cups of kettle corn. And yesterday, packed a lunch, was I'm back on track, and, instead went to the grocery store, got a big bag of soy crisps, which have some protein in them, but come on, and ate 2/3 of that bag. And then later in the afternoon had more kettle corn. And at the meet and greet, there was this little 7-Eleven, pantry that you could buy snacks from, 8 potato chips, which I haven't had straight up potato chips since the surgery at all. I've had soy crisps and I've had popcorn, but 8 potato chips. And 8 granola this week, and I'm trying to think of the other shocking things. I don't know. So I knew that I was going to gain. I hadn't lost anything when I went to the meet and greet. It was pretty much the same. Came back from the meet and greet, knew that I would weigh myself, and I had gained. And last night and yesterday had a really stressful day again, and woke up this morning, had gained for the first time officially, and took out this side of potatoes that I ordered yesterday when I had Thai food. And I had, tofu curry and ate that and didn't even touch the potatoes, but I packed it up to go, which I shouldn't have. And I sat down this morning and I was I'm going to eat these potatoes for breakfast. And then I had that same feeling, that same old feeling of being so clearly of two minds, and part of me coaching myself, just throw it away. 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 And the other part of me, the completely self-destructive impulse being you could probably get 2/3 of this side of potatoes in you. And it would feel good, and it would be carby and comforting and delicious and salty. And then after this, you won't have any more. I promise. Just eat this, and after this, you won't have any more. The other part of me being if you eat this, you are going to have the worst day, because that's how it works. So the only little ray of hope in this story is that I did throw away the potatoes, and I wound up having, they're called corn thins. They're a really skinny rice cake with peanut butter and jelly, so 112 calories for my breakfast. But it's crazy to be oh, I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened, because, obviously at every meal I'm making a choice, and it's much more fun to eat soy crisps than it is to eat my tuna salad, and it's much more fun to eat potato chips than it is to eat an apple. And it's weird to be like snacking and eating crappy food all day and still only being at 1,200 calories, which doesn't feel like that much. But clearly it is. I mean, and I just need to stop being crazy, trying to figure out what my BMR is or like how many calories I can eat without gaining, and because this kind of answers it. Like, I cannot eat 1,200 calories, whatever, at least right now, and I'm not eating this junk because I need it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm eating this junk because it's good and delicious and I want more of it, and once I start eating these like really snacky carbs, it just feels like it's an endless craving for them. I'm sure if I had been eating cheese and meat roll-ups and cottage cheese in these moments of snacking, I would have had less calories. So that is obviously my goal for this week. Pull this back under control. The other exciting thing, and I mean definitely obviously the meet and greet was like the huge highlight of my week, but the other exciting thing just in terms of like my own fitness is that when we went to the meet and greet, we packed gym clothes, which I feel like we never, Becky and I, Becky went with me, we never would have done. And the first day we were there, we had like an hour in between getting in from Philly to Allentown and then going out to dinner. And I was like, let's just go to the gym. And it was this really tiny, really crappy fitness room. There was like one treadmill, a Stairmaster from like the 80s, and a stationary bike that wouldn't turn on. But because it was so tiny and no one was in there and it was really private, I felt really comfortable trying to jog, which I haven't done at the gym because I still feel like, are people going to be staring at me? Am I going to be the heaviest person in that row of treadmills? Are they going to be wondering if I'm going to break the machine? So I jogged very slowly, 4.2, for the first time ever. First time ever. I think the last time I moved my body faster than a walk was high school. We used to have to run the mile twice a year in high school. And even senior year of high school, I remember saying, like, just fail me. I cannot run. So that was really exciting. And I got kind of pumped up to do the Couch to 5K. So I think I'm going to try to do that. And there's even, it's a 5 mile, I don't know, that seems insane, at the end of June. Sorry, all the traffic. At the end of June here in New York, that I think would be really, really fun. And Becky's like, oh, once you can do a 5K, a 5 mile isn't that bad. Like, you'll be fine. But end of June seems really soon for running 5 miles, considering I did 5 minutes this weekend, like 5 minutes. And that was 2 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, 2 minutes, walk for 2 minutes, a minute. Like, spread out, I did 5 minutes. But still, that was really, really exciting. And I put on a pair of 14s this weekend. They're a little tight. I think they're probably like 10 pounds from, wearing them comfortably out and stuff, but I could zip them right up. They snapped without having to lay down or suck them in or anything like that. So that was really cool too. So I'm trying to, obviously really concentrate on this stuff instead of this gain, which is such a bummer. Such a bummer. And my biggest goal, which obviously I'm not trying to be crazy, but I really do want to lose 100 pounds, get to the 100-pound mark by a month from now, because I feel like I was doing really well in terms of my numbers, and I don't want to, now that I'm kind of close to this deadline or this goal that I set, derail myself. It'd be one thing if I hit a stall and I was doing my best and trying really hard and didn't make it, then I would have nothing to blame myself for. But I don't want over the next few weeks to just fall into these old crappy habits of like kind of grazing all day and kind of eating nuts and chips and these like really high caloric foods all day. So I'm trying to use that 6 months, going back to my surgeon, getting the official weigh-in, all of that as like a way to jolt myself out of the last week and just feeling like, bleh. I cannot believe that I've already talked for 9 minutes. Okay, if you're still with me, the meet and greet was awesome, 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 awesome. It was so insanely nice to meet everyone, and I feel like when you're watching people's videos, especially when they're pretty good at being articulate and being open and being candid, it's easy in a way to forget that they're not talking to you. They're talking to, this big hunk of machinery. But seeing everyone in person, even the people who were so open, are just insanely more vibrant. Do you know what I mean? Obviously. And insanely more candid and more sassy and so, so, so funny. Everyone I felt like was really real, and everyone whose videos I loved, that I met this weekend, I left loving them more, which is exciting. I was like, what if I love their videos and then I don't like them in person and then that ruins it for me? That didn't happen, even once. The biggest thing is that I wish it had been longer. I mean, I know by the end everyone was really tired from staying up late and from drinking and all that stuff, but there were definitely people there that I wanted to talk to more. So I am already like, next meet and greet, guys. What's going to happen for the next one? But I'm so over. Okay, well, I will talk to you guys later. I'm going to make a midweek update this week just to get myself a little bit more accountable in terms of not crazy carb grazing. But hope you guys are being healthy. Talk to you soon. Bye.